Have you ever stopped to think that the only thing standing between you and financial freedom might be the time you're letting slip away? What you do right now, especially before you turn 30, can be the difference between a life full of debt and frustration, or a life of peace and accomplishment. Imagine if you could ensure, early on, that you were on the right path to becoming financially free. And the best part? It doesn't have to be complicated. It's something anyone can start doing today. If that caught your attention, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you a lesson that could completely change the course of your financial life. And the sooner you learn this, the sooner you'll be free from money worries. I'm going to teach you how small steps now can create a huge impact on your future. But before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that notifications are on, so you don't miss any upcoming videos filled with tips and strategies to transform your financial life. This could be the step you've been missing to make a leap towards success. Now, let's get into it. A lot of people in their early 20s think, I still have time. I don't need to worry about that yet. They believe that taking care of finances is something that only needs to be done when they're older, more settled, with an established career. Maybe you feel this way too. But here's the big issue. The longer you delay your financial decisions, the harder it will be to achieve that dream of financial freedom. Let's be honest. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have complete control over their finances while others are always struggling? It's not by accident. The difference starts early, well before turning 30. The truth is, time is your biggest ally when it comes to money, and every day that passes without making the right decisions is one less day to build the future you want. Now, imagine reaching your 40s or 50s and realizing you could have started securing your financial future long ago, but didn't. Don't worry. You still have time to change that, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. What you learn in this video can make all the difference in the years to come. Do you want to ensure you don't end up filled with regret down the road? Then stick with me, because the next few tips could be the game changer for your financial life. So, what's the solution? The answer may seem simple, but it has a huge impact. Start investing early. And it doesn't matter how much you earn today. What really matters is the time you give your money to grow. Let me explain how this works. There's a concept that turns small investments into big fortunes, and it's called compound interest. It may sound complicated, but think of it like a snowball rolling down a mountain. At first, it's small, but as it keeps rolling, it grows larger and larger. In the same way, when you invest money and let it sit, it grows not only on the amount you initially put in, but also on the earnings it has already generated. This makes your money grow exponentially over time. Now, picture this. Two people start investing. John starts at 25, putting away a small amount each month. Tom, on the other hand, only starts at 35, with the same amount. You might think the difference between them would be small, right? It's not. Over time, John, who started earlier, will have a huge advantage because compound interest had more time to work in his favor. If you get this before turning 30, you'll be putting yourself ahead of most people. This is the key. It's not how much you invest, it's how soon you start. Here's another important point. Consistency in contributing also makes all the difference. Don't worry about starting with large amounts. Start with what you can now. The important thing is to keep it regular, and over time, invest in both your financial knowledge and your career. As you progress, you'll be able to increase your contributions, and this combination of time and consistency will be a powerful ally on your journey to financial freedom. I know, it might seem like you don't have enough money to invest right now, but don't worry about big amounts. Starting small is enough to get the snowball rolling. The important thing is to take action now and let time work its magic. Now that you understand the importance of starting early, let's break this down into 3 simple and practical steps that you can immediately apply in your life. It's not enough to just know the theory. You need to know exactly what to do from here. The first step is to educate yourself financially. This doesn't mean you need to become a Wall Street expert, but you should understand the basics of how money works. Things like, what is a stock? What is a mutual fund? How does a bond work? You've probably heard of these things, but you may not know exactly how they function, and that's okay. There are many free resources online that can teach you, but the most important point here is, investing is different from saving. When you save, your money sits there, earning very little, if anything at all. When you invest, your money works for you, generating more money. Understanding this difference is crucial for your financial success. Now that you know the basics of investing, the next step is to get your financial life on track. This means creating healthy money habits. It can be tempting to spend on things that bring immediate pleasure, but if you learn to control impulses and focus on the long term, the reward will be much greater. The first tip here is, live below your means. Don't spend everything you earn. A common mistake is thinking that, because you're starting to earn a little more, you can spend more. Instead, keep your fixed costs low and direct the extra towards your investments. Finally, think big, think long-term. When you start investing, it's important to understand that the results won't come overnight. This is a journey. Money grows over time, and the more time you give it, the bigger your return will be. The temptation to quit when you don't see immediate results is real, but remember, it's like planting a tree. In the beginning, you don't see the growth, but over time, it becomes solid, large, and bears fruit. In the same way, your wealth will grow if you keep nurturing it. Now, let me tell you two stories that perfectly illustrate the importance of starting early. Anna's story. Anna, at 23, decided she wanted to be financially free. She didn't earn much, but she understood that if she started investing small amounts every month, she could reap the rewards in the future. She started with just $100 a month, which seemed small, but she stayed focused. Over the years, compound interest worked its magic. By the time she was 40, Anna had accumulated enough wealth to think about working out of passion rather than necessity. Her investments, which grew steadily over time, gave her the freedom to choose what she wanted to do. Now, let's talk about Tom. Tom, on the other hand, didn't start thinking about investments until he was 35. He had a good salary, but spent almost everything he earned, believing he had time to invest later. When he finally started, he had to invest much more than Anna to try to catch up. Even with good investments, time wasn't on his side, and he had to work harder and delay his financial freedom plans. These two stories clearly show that time is the most powerful factor in building wealth. Anna didn't need to be rich to start, but she understood that starting early made all the difference. And honestly, this could be your story too. If there's one thing you need to take away from today, it's this: time is your greatest asset. It doesn't matter if you have a lot or a little money right now. What really matters is how you're using time to your advantage. Every day that passes is a missed opportunity to make your money grow, to build the future you've always dreamed of. Just imagine for a moment, 10 or 20 years from now, no longer worrying about debt or tight budgets, being able to make decisions based on what you really want to do with your life, not what you need to do to survive. Does that seem far off? It doesn't have to be. That reality is within your reach, and it all starts with one decision: taking action now. You might be thinking, but will this really work for me? Yes, it will. It works for anyone who understands the importance of starting early and staying consistent. The only thing separating those who achieve financial success from those who struggle is mindset and action. What do you prefer? Keep putting off important decisions and risk regretting it later, or start building the financial future you deserve right now. The choice is yours, but the opportunity is right here in front of you. To wrap things up, remember, what you do today will shape your financial future. Starting early is the key, and now that you know this, you're in a great position. Don't wait until it's too late. Start building your path to financial freedom now. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to getting started with investing? Drop a comment below. Also, share this video with your friends, especially those in their 20s who could really benefit from these tips. And don't forget to check out the other videos I've lined up for you. They're packed with advice to help you on your journey to financial success. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.